Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelica and this is Tuesday is the New Friday. So today I would like to show you guys how I am hacking a Hobonichi clear cover for a Hobonichi Weeks and making it fit my Sweet Freckled Designs weekly diary. So this is the weekly planner that has the same layout as the Hobonichi Weeks, but has 365 daily pages. So she does offer a clear cover, but I do like the Hobonichi clear cover better. And you can see that it does fit the front cover, but whenever we turn it around, you will see that it is slightly smaller. So, of course, because the planner is thicker, it won't wrap around the entire planner itself. So I'm going to cut down the back and use my clear packing tape and just kind of create like a little extension and use my scissors to make that cut closer to the back edge of the little like sleeve and see how it works. I'm honestly kind of nervous, but I'm thinking that it's gonna turn out pretty okay. I've done this before with a standard Stology cover, and it worked pretty okay, but I'm a little nervous about this, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that it works out. So I'm essentially doing this because I like to use the little page, well, not page, I don't even know what it's called. It's like toys, no, not toys and tools. It's like a little accessory that you put in the pocket, like the secretarial pocket that you can use to like keep your book closed. So the clear cover that Sweet Freckled Designs offers doesn't allow you to use that little tool. So I'm doing this so that I can still use it. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors to make the cut, and I'm just going to put it back on just to see that I'm going to cut the right area. I don't want to cut too close to the spine because I do want most of the packing tape to go on the back, not necessarily on the spine, because I don't want the packing tape to be seen very much. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut more towards the back rather than the spine. Okay, so now that it is cut, I am going to slide the front cover back into the front of the clear cover, and then I think I'm also going to put the back on the back cover and see how much packing tape I'm going to need to make the extension. So I'm just going to slide this on to the back and go from there. So as you can see, it's not that much of missing space, so it's not going to need that much tape to make the extension. Clearly the packing tape is much wider than the little extender, so I'm going to have to cut it down because, like I said, I don't want it to go onto the spine very much. So we'll see how it goes with me making that extension a little bit, like a little thinner. So I'm just measuring out the length, and then I'm gonna make the packing tape. I'm gonna cut that, and then I will figure out how to slide it onto the cover so that I can go ahead and tape it. I'm going to actually put it on the bottom first, and then like under the clear cover first, with it on the book, don't know why I'm taking it off, actually. I decide to put it back on. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to take it off. Sorry. So I'm putting the back cover back onto the back of the planner, and I'm struggling. As you can see, it slides on so perfectly. I was a little nervous about how it was going to fit. I thought maybe it was going to be either too big or too small, but it does end up fitting pretty well. So I am trying to figure out now how to slide the packing tape under the cover. And then I realize I want to fold this back so that I can slide this on. So I decide that I'm going to go grab some washi tape. So I grabbed some washi tape that I don't really use, and I'm just going to fold the cover back so that I can get as close as possible to the inside of the cover without having any extra space. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So I have it folded back, and I'm getting as close to the inside edge as possible. And once I have it as close as I can, lined up to the edge of the planner, to the edge of the cover top and bottom, I'm going to remove the washi tape so that I can fold over the cut end of the cover. So now I'm just making sure that it is nice and sealed so that there aren't any bubbles. Not that I really care about the bubbles, but I'm just making sure that it's sealed and secure. So I thought I was going to try and put the front cover on, but I am going to instead trim some of the excess tape off so the bottom isn't so long, and I think also so the top isn't so long. So now I'm going to slide the front cover on to the front cover of the planner, and I'm going to try and figure out how to now tape the rest of the tape onto the cover. But first I'm going to add some washi tape on so that I can fold the cover over, because I don't want it to accidentally stick to the tape, because that would suck pretty bad. And I'm just making sure that it's to the edge so that it is secure, and I'm going to fold the book closed so that I can make sure that the packing tape isn't going to be too snug, and that I'm still able to close the book once the cover is essentially extended and created. Okay, so now that I am untaping my cover, I am going to see how I want to put the tape down so that I can then fold the cover flap over the tape. I was beginning to think that it was too long, so I do end up trying to cut some of the packing tape off because I don't really want it to be showing on the spine, but nobody's gonna see the spine anyway, but I think end up trimming some of the spine off because, some of the packing tape that goes on the spine off. And then I think, okay, let me tape it down to the table so that I can fold the packing tape onto the spine and then fold the cover on. I think that works. But here I am also trying to cut some of the packing tape off, but then I realized, no, it's fine. And then I'm gonna just start untaping the cover so that I can fold it onto the packing tape. So I do decide that the packing tape is still too long, so I do end up cutting a little bit of it off of the spine. Not a whole lot, because it's extremely hard to cut packing tape and the cut is very wonky. So I don't cut a whole lot of it off, but I do trim just a smidge off of the spine. So now I'm going to seal the spine to the spine packing tape, and I'm just trying to get it as close as possible without creating any like air bubbles or pockets or anything like that. The cut that I made to the cover itself wasn't super straight, which isn't a problem, but I'm not mad at it. I think that it is going to give me a little bit of room to grow. Not that my planner is going to get chunky, because my planners don't do that. But I finally got it sealed, which is good. I was able to take a breath of fresh air because I was really nervous. And you'll notice that I didn't seal it correctly. Like, there is quite a bit of space left. So I'm gonna try and take care of it whenever I cover that part, because that part is still sticky. It's the exposed tape. It's the exposed adhesive part of the packing tape. So whenever I get the packing tape to cover it, I am gonna kind of like pull it closer towards the back cover of the cover, so that I can make it just a little bit tighter. And I am going to have to cut some of the packing tape down, I think. But I think honestly at the end I decide to just not even cut it, because no one's gonna see the back anyway. Doesn't even matter. But of course, if you want to cut it, go ahead and do it. But to me, I don't care. So off camera, I did end up trimming some of the packing tape down a little bit so that there wasn't so much excess tape, and I am going to get it as close as I can to the spine cut and pull it towards the back cover of the Hobonichi cover. And also, I would like to also point out that whenever you are cutting your packing tape, make sure that it is longer than the Hobonichi clear cover, because mine is shorter and it does feel not as strong. So that is one thing that I do regret. I do end up adding another piece of packing tape just to give it a little bit more structure, but keep that in mind, because at the top and bottom it's not as sturdy, and I feel like it's gonna like rip, like right there, the top, I feel like it's pretty weak. But I'm not rough with my planners anyway. I just kind of toss them in and out of different bags. But yeah, just keep that in mind if you do decide to give this a try. So I am about to place another piece of packing tape on just to give it a little bit more structure, because like I said, I feel like it's a little too weak. So I'm cutting some tape off camera, and then we'll be placing it on the back as well. And this piece I didn't decide to trim down because it's on the back, no one's gonna see it anyway, and the thicker, the wider, I feel like the more secure it felt, so I just left it the same size. Doesn't make a difference to me about whether it's seen or not, because it's the back of the planner, so I think it's fine. And then I am going to trim. No, I don't have to trim because I made it shorter. But now it is finished. Now my Hobonichi Weeks cover fits on my Sweet Freckled Designs planner. So now I get to insert my little page book closure thing, and it works perfectly. I'm super excited about it, and that it turned out exactly the way I wanted, and it's able to function the way that it did in my Hobonichi Weeks. So now my book can stay closed without having to be in a leather cover or a zip cover, and it does the exact same thing and the exact thing that I need it to do, and you honestly can't even really tell unless you're looking pretty closely at it. But super happy with it, and it didn't even take that long at all, and you have all of the supplies in your house already. So yeah, 11 out of 10 recommend this little project. And of course, if you guys have any questions or need help with anything, feel free to message me or leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!